able to control the tip. We're underway in Brooklyn. Tough shot for Dinwiddie. No good.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Cruises inside for two.
As a team, when you establish your dominance in the paint early, it's critical to your offense because it eventually opens up the perimeter down the stretch.
Offensive board. Bad pass there. Clippers have it. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let them know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
First one goes down. And gets both to drop at the line. Jay Williams, kid from Jersey, rooted for the Nets growing up. And where do you live now? Brooklyn.
Of course, I'm following my favorite team, and these comments are probably going to sound biased because they are. But Brooklyn is a completely different place. Only 5 minutes outside Manhattan. It almost feels like a suburb of the city. And the fact that it's culturally relevant, it just feels like Brooklyn is the new place to be.
To Paul George. Lets it fly from long range.
That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. Knocks down the first. Second of three is good.
For the Brooklyn Nets.
Perfect from the line. It's all three of them. Nets have the basketball. Curling inside. And the basket good at the rim.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Leonard to George. Strong finish for Paul George.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next level elite PG. No doubt about it. This year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
Goes reverse to lay it in.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Beverly into the front court. Leads one. Layup goes down. Well done.
This is basketball one-on-one. Play inside out. Give the big man the ball, and the rest of the court will open up. That was an easy lay.
Dinwiddie with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. Durant, and a whistle.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
Great defense there, forcing the pickup. Oh, they call the foul, Jay.
His timing was a tad bit off.
The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. That's out. Last touch by Jared Allen. It's LA Clippers ball. George, defended by Kevin Durant. Double figures in the first quarter, now at 10, including that three.
And the more and more I watch, I become mesmerized with that follow-through. That release is effortless.
Tough make through traffic.
For a smaller player, you have to be more creative with your imagination when you finish with those shots around the rim. For the audience, that may look difficult, but for the player himself, that's what they practice every single day.
Big finish at the rim. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Time for some new personnel into the game. From long range, Jay, they've been waiting for that to go down, but here they are trying to chip away and cut into this margin.
And there's nothing more frustrating as a shooter to get open looks and not see the ball go in. But if they do, that could be the start of a problem.
In the first quarter.
George. Down to 5 on the 24. Paul George fires. Paul George 3 for 3. That's a perfect start.
That was a tough shot. The guy was in your pocket. He even contested the shot. Everything was going according to plan until then.
Brooklyn with the basketball. Here's a chance from long range. Buries the trifecta.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
To Paul George. Fires the three. He made his first effort, but not that time. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Shot from the lane won't go.
Just the thought of coming into the lane amongst the trees, that shot was altered before he even took it.
His first effort off the mark. Beverly into the front court. Just under a minute to go in what's been a hotly contested first quarter. The follow won't go either. Durant with the basketball up top. He'll run the offense. Great pass to set it up. He throws it down. Jay, they've had no answer for this guy.
He's been on fire this first quarter. That's the way you take it right to your opponent. You attack right out of the gate.
Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. George. Paul George looking good. 4 for 5. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
To Williams. Throws it down.
That's a good run right here to end the first quarter to open up that lead. If you're the coach of this team, you have to like the effort your guys are giving.
Durant across the timeline. Now down 6. Fires the three. Where's the chatter? No one was even close to him.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
The first quarter's complete. The Clippers have the lead. Second quarter set to start. Neither team set the tone to start this one. Jay, do you expect that to change?
And when both teams are playing at this level, it just continues to reaffirm that I was excited to watch both of these teams play this entire week. It's been a solid game so far, but this has a chance to be a great one down the stretch.
Irving. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for 3.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
Short jumper won't fall. Irving. Kyrie Irving. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots. Jay, you've known Kyrie Irving since he was a young man growing up in New Jersey. He's overcome a lot of obstacles, chief among them staying healthy and on the floor.
Yeah, Ed, he's been battling injuries since his freshman year of college, but the beautiful thing about Kyrie Irving is that he always loves the big stage. Making the game-winning shot in Game 7, he will continue to do so when he surrounds himself with great, inspiring leaders with the likes of such Kobe Bryant.
Oh, they call him for the foul.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Number 6, DeAndre Jordan. Into the game for
Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. 3 for 3 in this first half.
Well, the defense has been good, but the shot-making ability has been better. And sometimes for NBA players at this level, the more you're in their face, the more it helps them center their focus on the target, which is making the shot. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it's a real thing.
He continues to shoot it well from beyond the arc. That's 4 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and confidence comes from discipline and training. You can tell that kid's been putting in the time in the gym.
Leonard shakes free and hits.
You live by the three, you die by the three. And guess what? They're living large right now.
Durant to Dinwiddie. Irving. Rare miss the way he's been shooting. Shot's no good. He's too good to leave that wide open. Defense has to communicate.
There's only so many times you can hide from the truth. That was horrific defense. Just got to get it back on the next possession.
Short jumper misses. Irving. Add 2 points to the board.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Had made his first three, but that shot off the mark.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Now the Nets going to take a timeout as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. The ball in the hands of Kyrie Irving. Beyond the arc for three. Well defended.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions.
Entering the game for the Nets.
Leonard to Williams. Going to launch beyond the arc. Off the mark. To Dinwiddie. For three. Drills the three.
And it just seems like the defense has lethargic closeouts. You need to close out with more of a sense of urgency. Run them off the three-point line. Make them take a tough two rather than an easy three.
Durant with the basketball up top. Leads three. And a whistle.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
That's his first personal foul. The Clippers are now in.
Nothing going here on that drive. 4-3. He engulfed him that time.
1 minute left in the second quarter.
Spencer Dinwiddie sends it away.
To number 8, Spencer Dinwiddie. That's his first.
Kawhi Leonard is going to get a chance at three here. A career 84% free throw shooter. First free throw is good. Knocks down the second free throw. Takes advantage of the foul. 3 for 3 at the line. Durant across the timeline. Under a minute to go before halftime. And look out.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
Leonard to George. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Paul George can't get that one to go. Defense all over him. Durant with the basketball up top. The margin is 2. Halftime on the horizon. Paul George down low for Leonard. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
That's a dangerous spot. Kevin Durant wide open. He nails it.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jogging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
To Williams. To Leonard. Jared Allen able to recover with the block. And that'll be out of bounds. Last touch by Durant. From 18 feet at the buzzer. And he's fouled. And he earns a trip to the line.
And the reality is that good jump shooters know how to get those calls. Overall, though, there's less flopping in the game, which is great. But there's something uncanny about certain players' abilities to get those calls on a regular basis.
2 for 2 on that trip. The pass taken away by the Clippers. So the difference, 3 points as we've reached the break. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen. Tight game through the first 2 quarters as we resume play here in the third. And a bad pass as it's taken away by the Nets. That's out. Last touch by Jarrett Allen. All set to go here in the second half. The third quarter is underway. Clippers have the basketball. Kevin Durant with the block.
That kid can block out the sun, man.
Lets it fly from long range. Tough shot for Dinwiddie. No good.
In the first half, he pretty much made every single shot. It was magical to watch. But now that you have drawn so much attention, try to get your teammates more involved.
Durant. Kevin Durant. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
He's a modern-day big that plays like a 6'2" guard. Scary.
And they call the foul. Careful there, Jay.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Team foul number 1.
And a throwdown.
It's easy to become mesmerized. When you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Play is stopped. Timeout for Brooklyn as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game. To Durant.
Shut up.
And he knocks it down. Jay, nice look right there. How do you neutralize a threat like Kevin Durant?
Well, that weak side defender constantly has to shade Kevin Durant, and that primary defender, you have to funnel KD into help every single possession, contest shots, and hope that you can deter his vision and that he misses.
Beverly to Leonard. And the finish on the nice step through.
Ooh, Ed, looking like the young Manu Ginobili with hair out there with the Euro step.
That wasn't that long ago, was it? To Durant. Jordan. Oh, they called the foul.
A simple touch foul.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1.
That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by Durant. To Leonard. And they called the foul. Jay, he was there too late.
I've seen it happen so many times. Small things like that foul can end up becoming a momentum changer. Let's see how this one plays out.
Oops, he missed the first one. Second one's good. Splits the pair. From long range. No good. The follow won't go either. To Paul George. To Leonard. George. Leonard. He has certainly been on target from downtown. He's 4 of 5 from three-point range.
Let me tell you why. He's been receiving his passes on time and on target. Give the passer some credit in this scenario as well.
Strong finish for Paul George. They've come back to take the lead.
It finally looks like things are clicking for them offensively. And sometimes throughout the course of a marathon in a basketball game, you have to be patient for that moment to really count.
And a putback slam.
Ed, I got a chance to hear a lot of the conversation at the bench. And one of the things they called out was owning the backboards. Looks like the message is really getting through.
Turns and slams it down. Now the Nets going to take a timeout as they'll make sure they're aligned here in a 2-point ball game.
Turn to page 15 in today's game program for the latest trivia questions and submit your answer on the team website. One lucky winner will have a chance to receive $500 by making a half-court shot.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Here's a chance from long range, and the rebound comes down to the Clippers. Leonard. It's been a good night from beyond the arc. He's 5 of 6 from deep.
It's called room and rhythm, Ed. If you don't crowd him defensively, you allow him to have room, he will find that rhythm from behind the arc.
Little R&R has never hurt anybody, Jay. Durant to Dinwiddie. Durant buries it on the catch and shoot. Have we ever seen anyone like KD?
Easy answer. No, he's the greatest offensive threat we've ever seen in the game. He has a 7'5" wingspan, and he's doing things that Russell Westbrook does with the ball. We've never seen it before.
Brooklyn's got it. Clippers have got it. Terrific vision. Slams it down.
I mean, defense, is it that easy? Can I see some reaction after somebody gets an easy dunk? Some yelling, some kind of emotion? I need you to get involved back in this ballgame.
Fires the three. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Runner's good there.
It can only be one of two things here. One, the defender ran out of gas, or two, this dude is just unstoppable.
Knocked loose. Clippers have it. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
Well, look, you can't be caught flat-footed on defense. You need to be on the balls at your feet, especially in transition. You have to jab at that guy with the ball, hedge at him. Make him think that maybe you will take him. Maybe you'll fan out to a defender on the perimeter, but still keep him guessing. But when you don't do that, that's easy money.
Substitution being made in this one. Fires the three. Not done yet. Oh, scary stuff from DeAndre Jordan. Small sample size, but making the most of it. He's 1 for 2. Deep three at the buzzer. Oh, he just continues to pour it in from downtown. He's 6 of 7 from 3.
This is probably the time that you adjust your defense, maybe play some zone, maybe a box and one, or maybe just double team it.
Brooklyn basketball here as we start the fourth quarter. The third quarter was a disaster. Remember, they led at halftime, and now they find themselves down big.
And when things get bad, they get bad in a hurry. But you have to remember, this is a game of runs. They had theirs, now it's time for yours.
Now that's a contest.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
And Paul George good on the quick release there.
And I don't know why the defense continues to help on guys that drive. Make them take shots over your bigs. By you helping more, you're just leaving three-point shooters open on the perimeter.
Beyond the arc for 3. Knocks it down. That was a tough shot.
Everything looks great when you shoot the ball like this. And yes, Ed, this team does have some issues, but they are all masked and camouflaged with this shooting display we're watching.
Going to launch. Beyond the arc. Knocks down the 3.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Down low, George. Off the assist.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Irving into the front court. His guys trail by 10. For 3, that's how you defend.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Paul George to Leonard. 4-3. It's good. Coach wants to see more from his D.
And this squad just continues to light it up from long range. One of the things I learned about teams like this, teams that fall in love with a three-point shot, as quickly as they built the lead, is as quickly as they can lose it if they're over-reliant on the three-point shot.
Kyrie Irving controlling the offense. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. No good. That's great defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
To Irving. Lets it fly from long range. Message received. Well defended. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
And finishes strong.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Changes coming from both sides right now. Irving brings the ball up court. From long range, textbook defense. Kawhi Leonard, defended by Kevin Durant. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
Irving cleans the offensive glass. Another follow, no good. To George. And throws it down.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Here's a chance from long range. He was all over him. To Paul George. Picked up by the Nets. Irving Well, the hot shooting night continues. That's his 6th three-pointer of this game.
And you got to give him a lot of love. He's been knocking down shot after shot. But what is the defense thinking? Do you want to play in this game? It's probably time you start buckling down.
And he finishes at the rim.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Williams to George. DeAndre Jordan rejects it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Got a piece of it.
Whoa! Get that out of here.
Message sent, Jay. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. That's off of Leonard, out of bounds. It's Brooklyn's ball. Irving. He's had a good shooting performance, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough.
Yeah, no one else pretty much helped out. As a coach, I would be irate that nobody helped pick up the slack. Look, one man can never beat 5.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. George lets it fly. He connects. Had all the time in the world. Too easy.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
It's the Clippers who come away with the victory as they win this one handily. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA.